Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Yonkers Raceway here on Tuesday. It is October the 11th, 2016. I'm going to look at races 7 through 11. Those are the French simulcast racing races. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. So let's get on to it. Starting off at race number 7, the first added distance race of today's program. It is a non-horse of 6 pari-mutuel races or 60,000 lifetime for 3 and 4-year-olds. Field of 10 horses on the gate going for a mile and a quarter trot, 10 furlongs, 2,000 meters, going for a purse $32,000, 10 horses on gate. And my top selection here will go to the 4-horse Promise Delivered at 5 to 2. I'm going to go 4-2-9 here in the triple. 4-2-9, number 4. Promise Delivered, 5 to 2. Daniel Dubé in the sulky. Last time out, ran at Yonkers on the 4th of October, and non-wars of 4 pari-mutuel. From the rail, this horse won by 3/4 length with Eric Abatello in the sulky. It was an easy win. He got second off the gate. He sat a little bit back, but in the stretch he really closed and had a very nice victory by 3/4 length as a favorite. Start before at the Delaware County Fair, 22nd of September in the bucket stakes for 122,000 from the 10-hole second tier. This horse finished 4th by 3 lengths, was 6th all throughout, closed up a tiny bit. If this horse had a better pose position that day, I think he could have possibly won that day at 41 to 1. And then a mile and a quarter here at Yonkers on the 13th of September, non-wars 4 pari-mutuel. From the 6th hole, this horse went straight to lead and had an easy victory by 3/4 length. A very nice race for this horse. He's out of Muscle Hill, the winner of the 2009 Hambletonian at the Meadowlands. So I'm going to go with this one here. So to recount my bets for race number 7 from Yonkers Raceway here on this Tuesday afternoon, I'm going to go with the 4-horse Promise Delivered. I'm going to go 4-2-9, 4-2-9. So now let's get on to race number 8, and join me on Saturday for the Yonkers Trot. It's going to be a very good card from Yonkers. I will have full card selections on that day also, and preview here on YouTube. To the 8th race now, which is a non-winners of 4 pari-mutuel races or 40,000 lifetime 3 and 4-year-olds. Field of 10 horses on the gate going for the 1 mile and a quarter trot. Purse $26,000, and my top selection here will go to the 5-horse Hillman. I'm gonna go 5-2-1-9, 5-2-1-9. I'm gonna do a super here this race. Try and take that down for 10. I'm gonna play 10-cent super because I'll play it straight here because I think it's I have my top selection here is 9 to 1. If I play for 10 cents, maybe I could hit something. But at number 5, Hillman, Marcus Melander, 9 to 1. Marcus Melander also trains this one. But last time out in the Chad Smith at Freehold on the 16th of September, this horse finished 5th by 17 lengths that day at 17 to 1. He just broke that day. It just wasn't his best of runs. Start before non-wars a 2 pari-mutuel at the Meadowlands on the 9th of September. He won by length, from the 7 hole, basically sat second all throughout. Got the lead and really took off at 3.5 to 1. Very nice victory for this horse. And then here at Yonkers, a mile and a quarter on the 16th of August at non-wars 4 pari-mutuel. Horse finished 7th by 9 lengths from the 2 hole. He just didn't have a lot that day. He's coming into this race fresh. Something I noticed when this horse has a little bit of a layoff, he really runs well. So he's going to come into this race fresh. 9 to 1 here. I think this horse should do well. Have this Muscle Hill combo here in the 7th and 8th race. So if you're playing the pick 5, that's going to be kind of cool. But I really like this horse's chances here at 9 to 1. 9 to 1 here. The 5-horse Hillman. So I'm going to put this horse on top of my superfecta as a top selection. So to recap my bets for race number 8 from Yonkers Raceway, I'm going to go with the 5-horse Hillman. I'm going to go 5-2-1-9. 5-2-1-9. So now let's get on to race number 9. The 9th race, which is a non-winners of 4 pari-mutuel races or 40,000 lifetime 3 and 4-year-olds here going for the post. Field of 10 horses going for this mile and a quarter trot. Purse $26,000. 10 horses on the gate here. And I'm going to go to the second tier to the outside to the 10-horse Global Revolution. I'm going to go 10-3-7 here in the trifecta. 10-3-7. Number 10, Global Revolution. 7 to 1, Joe Bongiorno in the sulky. This horse, hasn't had a pari-mutuel race in about 3 weeks, or 2 weeks actually. His last pari-mutuel was the 27th of September, but he had a qualifier last week at Freehold. He qualified in 158 and 1 on the lead all throughout from the 4-hole. Easy victory. It was just a nice getting this horse's legs moving. Then his last pari-mutuel was non-wars of 4 at Yonkers, 27th of September. This horse finished 5th by 4 3/4 lengths from the 2-hole. He set the pace early on and then just weakened in the top of the lane. The cavalry came after him. He ran some, 28 58. Just a little bit too fast for this one. And then the 20th of September, non-horse pair mutual for this horse finished second by 3/4 length from the 5 hole. Got seventh off the gate. Really couldn't close up a little bit. I think he should do well with this added mile and a quarter distance. So I'm going to use this horse here as a top selection. So to recap my bets for race number 9 from Yonkers Raceway, I'm going to go with the 10 horse. I'm going to go 10-3-7. 10-3-7. So now let's get on to number race number 10. The 10th race from Yonkers is a non-horse of 7,500 in the last 5 starts. Winners of over 47,500 in 2016, not eligible. There's an optional claiming price of claiming allowance of 15,000 here. We have 10 horses on the gate, traveling a mile and a quarter trot, purse $14,600, and I'm going to do a superfecta here in this race. And my top selection here is going to go to the 5 horse Broken Record at 10-1. A lot of people, I kind of get a bad rap for sometimes picking the favorites. Today I shouldn't get that rap. I think I have the favorites out of the 5 races. I have the favorites twice, and both horses I have the other 3 are over 5-1 morning line mostly. But number 5 here, Broken Record. 10-1 with Ray Schnicker. I'm going to put this horse into a superfecta. Going to go 5-2-3-6. 5-2-3-6. Number 5, Broken Record. 10-1, Ray Schnicker. Owns, trains, and drives this one. Last time out, ran at Yonkers, 27th of September, 9-75. The last 5 starts. Horse finished 7th by 11 lengths. From the 7 hole, we went straight to the lead. But, at Yonkers, when you go from the outside post to the lead, you're not going to have anything left because it's so hard since the race begins basically on the turn. He just had nothing in the final few strides, weak into last, basically. Start before came 13th of September at Yonkers, mile and a quarter, and a non-horse 75, last 5. Same conditions as today. From the 7 hole, this horse finished 4th by 6.5 lengths. He got second off the gate. He was he was weakening a tiny bit that day. But, something I noticed with this horse, when he has the better post positions, he's done better. Especially at this mile and a quarter distance. He's the better post position of his last 2 mile and a quarter distances. The start before 30th of August, mile and a quarter at Yonkers, actually non-horse of 5,000. From the 10 hole, this horse finished second by 6.5 lengths. He closed incredibly well at 12-1. Today he has the 5 hole, which isn't half bad going a mile and a quarter at Yonkers, I must say. If he could sit back a little bit and really pounce in the final 1/8 of a mile or 3/16 of a mile, I think this horse should have a very good chance of winning here today. He's my best bet of the card from Yonkers at 10-1. So I'm going to take my chances with this horse with the better pose position going a mile and a quarter. So to recap my bets, race number 10 from Yonkers Raceway, going to go with the 5 horse Broken Record. Going to go 5-2-3-6. 5-2-3-6. So now let's get on to race number 11, the final race on today's program I'll be looking at for YouTube. It's a non-winners of 5,000 in the last 5 starts. Winners of over 30,000 2016 not eligible. Optional claiming allowance of 12,500. We have a field of 10 horses going for this mile and a quarter trot. Purse $12,200. And my top selection here will go to the 3 horse, number 3, 4 Stars Credit. I'm going to go 3-1-8. 3-1-8 here in the try. Number 3, 4 Stars Credit. 7-5. Okay, I have a favorite this race for Jason Bartlett, this 12-year-old gelding. His last run here at Yonkers at a pari-mutuel race. He ran a non-betting race last time out. Non was an optional 15. He won by 5 lengths from the 3 hole, went straight to the lead. I won those amateur races. It was an easy victory for this horse for the 3 hole. Start before his last pari-mutuels, 20th of September and 12.50 optional claim price. He finished third by half length from the 1 hole, went to the lead all throughout, and then got caught in the final stretch because there was a few horses pressing him that day. And then Yonkers, 13th of September, optional 12.50 claimer. From the 8 hole, this horse won by 1.5 lengths. Easy victory at odds of a little over 3-1. The last time this horse ran a mile and a quarter here at Yonkers was the 30th of August. From the 7 hole, he basically was far back, didn't close at all. He gets a good post position today. He's coming into this race very good. Has a little bit of a layoff of about 12 days, which I like, or actually almost 2 weeks actually. So I'm going to go with this horse's top selection, so to count my bets for race number 11 from Yonkers Raceway here on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm going to go with the 3 horse, 4 Stars Credit. Going to go 3-1-8. 3-1-8. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.